Hi, my name is Emily Relva, and I'd like to take just a minute or two to tell you a little bit about myself. Family is very, very important to me. I am the oldest of three, so I have two younger siblings, and they are responsible for making me who I am. They have taught me so much and have given me so much, so I'd like to take a minute to tell you about them and how they've made me who I am. So as I said, I am the oldest of three. My brother, he is 14 years old. He loves to play soccer and play video games. He's taller than me now, which is absolutely crazy. And he's going to be a freshman in high school in the fall. And my sister, she is 6 years old. Her name is Lily. My brother's name is Joseph. And she can now ride her bike without training wheels, and she can tie her shoes all by herself. So she's getting to be a very, very big girl. So I was 8 years old when my brother was born. And so I lived the first 8 years of my life as an only child. And my parents would always ask me, they'd say, Emily, what would you like for your birthday? What would you like for Christmas? And I would always say to them that I want to be a big sister. Talk about pressure. But when I was 8 years old, my wish was granted. And my parents told me by having a family meeting on our couch. And I remember I was feeling very scared because we did not have family meetings very often. So I didn't know if there was something wrong or if I was in trouble or what was going on. So we sat on the couch all together, my mother, my father, and I, and it was a forest green couch, and it had little pink roses embroidered on it. And as they started to talk to me, I remember I was looking out the window. We had a big bay window right behind the couch, and I remember looking outside and seeing the sky, which looked almost green. It was springtime, so it was like that green that happens right before a thunderstorm or right after. And my parents told me the news. They said that I was going to be a big sister, and I cried. I buried my head in the corner of the couch behind my mother's back, and I cried. And I don't know if it's because I was excited or if I was nervous or relieved. I have no idea, but I couldn't help myself. But I was definitely happier on the day of my brother's birth, which happened when I was at school. I got called down to the principal's office, and they told me that my mother was in labor. And I was so excited, I walked back to my classroom feeling like the happiest girl on earth. 8 years later, when I was 16, we had just come home from a family vacation. And that day, my school was having some sort of event at one of the local parks in the neighborhood. So when we got home, all I wanted to do was to unpack my stuff, get in the car, and go to the park so I could hang out with my friends. But my parents told me that we needed to have a family meeting. I was so frustrated because all I wanted to do was go to the park. So I sat down on the couch with my mother and my brother, and it was we had a different couch. It was a blue couch with white stripes. And my father stood in front of us, and he broke the news. And he was so nervous. I've never seen him so nervous before in my life. His hands were shaking. He didn't know what to say. But finally, he was able to spit it out, and he told us that we were going to have another sibling. And I cried again. But in private, I went to my room and I sat down at my little makeup stand and tried to put on my makeup even though I was crying. And I think this time I was crying because I was surprised, shocked. Because as far as I had known, my parents were done having kids. They didn't want any more. So it was a very big adjustment for me to know that we were going to have a baby on the way. But I went to the park afterwards and I told my friends that they were excited and I started getting excited. And now I can't even imagine life without my sister or without my brother. They've really taught me just so much. I mean, of course, they've taught me about family, and they've taught me about responsibility and selflessness and patience. But I think what they have taught me most of all is about love, how to give love, but I think more importantly, how to receive love. And some of the best memories I have of them are just little simple memories. Memories of sitting together on the couch or holding hands across the street, playing a game, trying to play video games with my brother, although I'm terrible at them. Children just love. They do. They love so perfectly. And they've taught me how to love in return. And I think that's really, really special. And I don't know if they will ever know that they've taught me so much or that they've really changed my life so much, but I hope they do. I hope that either I'm able to teach them or someone in their life is able to teach them about love and what it really means to love and be loved, because they've made me who I am, and I know that I'm very, very lucky. Thank you.